In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys how to use a cowrie shell or a seashell to spiritually control the anger, the fighting, the arguments, and the tension inside of the home. So if you are interested, then keep on watching. Before we get into the video, I have 4 things that I want to talk about really quickly about the significance and symbolism of the cowrie shell. So you guys can use something like this. This is a conch shell. This is not a cowrie shell. A lot of people say conch, but this is something that I decorated myself, and I use this. This is charged with my Lakshmi, and it sits in front of my Lakshmi altar. This is for a little bit of my darker spirit guides that I work with, and they are from the ocean, and so this stays with them, and this is a cowrie shell, so if you guys can see that. And this big one that I have behind me, this big one, I got from Mexico, and it was the first vacation that I ever took, like big vacation that I ever took with my partner, and he bought me this on the beach in Mexico. And so when I came back home, I decorated it, and this sits in front of my Vishnu. So Lakshmi and Vishnu are husband and wife, and Vishnu resides in the ocean, and if you read their story and their lore, there is something about conch shells that you can keep with them, and their significance and their meaning and the power behind all that. But we can get into that video in another session of videos. But today I'm going to be talking about how to use a shell to get rid of anger, miscommunication, tension, fighting, and like irritation inside the home. So this is something, let's get into 4 things I want to talk to you guys about first. And of course I always have my notes because I write everything down. I am old. So I need to write everything down, okay? Cowrie shells symbolize abundance, prosperity, and high status. Especially a big one like this. If you find one like this here, like in California, it's like $40, $50, $60. And over there on the beach, I don't even know how much he got this for, but it's beautiful, it's humongous, and I just love that I can offer my spirit something that I decorate myself. I feel like when I offer my spirit something, I want to decorate it before I give it to them, because they are the ones that created things like this. This is just my opinion, okay? They are the ones that created something like this, and so they created this out of their own brain and whatever, right? And then they presented it to us, like, look, enjoy your human experience, enjoy your life, and then we in turn take it and we offer it back. This, like, it's plain, it's simple, like, to me, like, so I like to cook something and then give it to them. I like to decorate something that they gave me and then give it to them. I don't know, that's just my opinion. That's a little bit of these kind of things I only share on Patreon, but I felt like I should say it here on YouTube a little bit more. But that's how I do offerings. I create it in a different way and then I offer it back. So that's kind of going off the topic. But the next thing I wanted to talk about is that this is connected to the goddess Yamaya. And if you guys are familiar with her, she's the mother of the ocean. She is the mother, she's nurturing, she's guiding, she's so gentle, she's so loving, and she is one of those deities that really saved my life. And I know that she's not a part of the culture that I like mostly talk about, which is the Indian deities, but I do also work with other deities because at one point or another in my life, I reached out to these, or I was guided to these, and they helped me and they saved my life. So I do believe in their power and their, what you would say, Shakti. So goddess Yamaya, you can also associate this with spirits of the Fijian gods in the water, which those are the ones that I practice with. You can also associate this with Vishnu. The reason I'm pointing out these deity names, that if you're familiar with, is because if you do have an altar of these in your house, you want to keep this over there. And I'll show you how to do it and what to do, but that's where you would keep it. If you don't want to keep it in the bedroom or the living room, stuff like that. So we'll get more into that in the video. Another thing is seashells, gory shells, conch shells, whatever you want to call them, seashells even, clam shells, mussel shells. And if you have nothing, crab shell you can use. But it represents the ocean, and it represents the flow of energy moving effortlessly and just flowing in the natural way that it's supposed to flow. And it also represents good luck. So the last thing I want to talk about before we get into this is that these shells, if you look at them, the opening looks like the female vulva, right? And so what this means, if you get into spirituality, female is the opening and the male is like the penetrating. And the significance of the open seashell is that you are telling the universe that you are ready to receive your desire. You are ready to receive your manifestation, your intention. And so that's why we're going to be working with this with the face open, with the face facing up. There's a reason behind that. And with all of that being said, let's get into the spell or the ritual, however you want to word this. Okay, so what you're going to need is a cowrie shell or a conch shell, whatever shell that you pick, and you're going to need a brown paper bag. Now, I cut one up and it's just really convenient, and it's really, there's such meaning behind using it and such power behind using it. So I like to use brown paper bags that I just cut up like the grocery store one. And then you're also going to need a black pen or a blue pen, either blue or black, okay? And then what you're going to do is write your partner's name. So your partner, okay? And then you're going to write your name as well on this piece of paper. Your name. Underneath it, it's their date of birth. And then underneath yours, it's your date of birth. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to do, this is optional. You don't need to do this. But if you have love oil, this is the one from my shop that I'm going to be using. If you have it, you can use it. You can also use coconut oil or grapeseed oil. Even almond oil will work. There is also a significance of using oil because it just really heats up your finger and puts your energy, I feel like it just mingles in with your energy and just warms everything up. And also, like, my oil comes with a bunch of different oils in here, herbs and crystals too. So you're gonna put that on the 4 corners. Look at how each one of them made a heart. How cute is that? And I always do like to make 1 dot in the middle. Okay? And then what you're gonna do is roll this towards you, because we're bringing something in. So roll it towards you. It should come out to like a little piece of paper. And you're going to take this cowrie shell, whether you use the conch, whether you use this one or this one. And what you're going to do is just stick that in there. I mean, it's up to you if you want it to be hidden. I mean, you can easily hide that or not, or you can have it show like that. I think it just looks really pretty and witchy. But you're gonna keep this in your living room or in your kitchen or in your bedroom or on your altar, face up. You want to keep it face up. And this is going to be helping to control a lot of anger in the home, resentment in the home, miscommunications, arguments, fighting, all that stuff in the home. So keep it face up. And every full moon and every new moon, you can put this outside and have it charge up, and then you can bring it back in. And if you have a photo of like your family members or whoever needs to like calm down in the home, you can put their photo in there, and then you can hide it, or however you want to do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you do this, and I know that you guys will feel something in your home. Like if you guys have been dealing with like irritation and tension, things like that, miscommunication, fighting, arguing all the time, even if it's between siblings, even if it's between you and your partner, even if it's between you and a family member you're living with, roommates, or even if you're doing this in your office where there's just lots of fighting in the office, in the workplace, you could do that over there too. So you're going to need the seashells, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. Bye.